be connected either to God or a higher power.
Yes.
Pursue education, whether it's formal or informal, professional development, and choose your relationships wisely, right? Male, female.
Hey beautiful people, it's Success Mentor Dante J. Worth, and I'm back with another video right here on Audacious Believer TV! Now, if this is your first time tuning in, I need you to make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure that you like this video. And make sure that you are commenting down below. Me and my team absolutely love to read your comments. Now tonight, we're being joined by the beautiful, the fabulous, the one, the only. Tell them who you are, darling.
Lesli Claire Myers.
Miss Myers is the superintendent of
Brockport Central School District.
Yes, so I invited her here tonight to talk about the leader I wish you knew. Now, before we get into that topic, tell us a little bit about what is your story?
My story is that when I started out as a child, you always get asked the question, what is it that you want to be when you grow up, right?
Hard question to answer.
So I started off wanting to be a ballerina.
Oh, yes!
Because I was taking ballet lessons. That only lasted a couple of weeks.
It's okay.
Then I moved to wanting to be a garbage collector because I was like, how cool would that be? You get to wear your hat turned to the back and dirty clothes and stuff. And I just thought, I was a tomboy growing up.
Oh, okay.
So that was very interesting. And my parents, I think were a little bit nervous about that, but I have to say they were unequivocally supportive of me being whatever it is that I wanted to be, right? But that passed. They were like,
yes.
Then I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer like my father.
Nice.
And then I was like, ooh, all that physics and calculus, and I love math, but that didn't. So I settled on becoming a doctor, a thoracic surgeon.
Wow.
So heart and lungs. So the rest of elementary, junior high, high school, college, I prepared to be a medical doctor.
Wow.
And my senior year of college, so I've taken calculus, chemistry, anatomy and physiology, everything to be certified as pre-med, and I realized that was not the journey that I was supposed to take. So very scary talking to my parents about, I'm not going to be a medical doctor. And so, long story short, I ended up going into school counseling to be a school counselor in the Rochester City School District. And now I'm the superintendent. I went back to
I just jumped from I work for the city school district to I'm now the superintendent.
The thing is, it is, and I think sometimes, not that I take it for granted, because I never take it for granted, but I never wanted to be a superintendent. I wanted to be a school counselor my whole life. But when you talk about leadership, and people saw leadership skills in me that I didn't even realize that I had.
Wow.
So they pushed me on and helped, people encourage me to earn a second master's in educational administration. 1 month into the program, I became an administrator.
Wow.
Then I worked for several years, moved to central office in Greece, and then again, people were pushing me and saying, you know what, you need to go and earn your doctorate. You got to go get that.
So there were people there sowing seeds and kind of helping you shape the trajectory of your life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I always, now that I've kind of crossed that threshold, and now I'm mentoring and coaching and supporting people, so I try to be that helpful set of hands and that encouragement that people need.
A lot of times we see our leaders and we see our politicians, we see those in places of leadership, and we see the face that they have to wear.
Sure.
What is that woman behind that face?
The woman behind the face is very, very family oriented. Went to church with my mom, my sister, and my beautiful nephew, who is 3. I have a fiance whom I love very dearly. I'm a baker, so when I get done with this education thing, I really want to have a cooking show on the Food Network.
Come on!
Yes, I do.
What would you call it? What would this cooking show be called?
The show would be called Taste and See.
Ooh, Taste and See. That's the food is good.
That's right. That's
I love
right.
it. I love it.
I'm an athlete, so I tore my Achilles 3 times 2 years ago, so I can't run anymore. But I hike, I walk, I really enjoy nature, I'm able to swim.
Nice.
So I really work, when you talking about being a leader, we always talk about that work-life balance,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
living that balanced life.
Right.
So it can't just be work, right? Isn't that what Rihanna said?
Yeah.
Work.
Come on, Marie.
But I have to have that balance.
Yes.
So, this summer I went and saw Beyonce and Jay-Z. I saw Earth, Wind,
You
and
were on
Fire.
were you on the run tour? Which show did you go to?
I went on the run in Buffalo. It was awesome. And so I'm learning how to just slow down and just learn to even just step away sometimes, because you can't just constantly work. You'll burn out.
So as a leader, what is your intention?
What do you mean? As far as what do I hope?
What is your intention just as a leader?
Oh, I think first and foremost, my goal is to protect the sanctity of childhood, right? There is so much that goes on with our young people. And so as a leader, I feel very responsible for the children that I serve, not only in Brockport, but in Monroe County.
Right.
I also try to be very intentional about being a role model, an example. Not perfect, because no one is, but just really trying to help other folks avoid some of the pitfalls that maybe I experienced, some of the challenges. And so I work very hard to just be that servant leader that's available often.
Nice.
That's the goal.
I know a lot of times our young people look up to you and they see this amazing, accomplished woman. What advice would you give to them that if they want to aspire to be where you are today?
My favorite quote is, "One cannot discover new oceans unless he or she has the courage to lose sight of the shore." And so I'm all about losing sight of the shore experiences. So what does that mean? You have to take risks. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. You can't just hang with your clique, your crew, right? The folks that maybe look like you or act like you or have similar experiences. You have to expand your repertoire. And so take risks. Stretch yourself, step outside of your comfort zone is really, really important, because there are so many things that have happened as a result of me stepping out of my comfort zone.
That's good. That's real good. What inspires you?
Oh, I'm going to try and do this without crying. My maternal grandmother, the late Addie Terry Mills, inspires me. She was 29 years old and widowed with 10 children. My grandmother got married at 13, had the 10 children. My mother is the youngest, and she's the only surviving sibling. So I come from really good stock. My grandmother was a person of faith. She was a person of integrity, and she had so much zeal. And I will tell you, 6 months before she died, she sat me down. I think I was about 11 or 12, because she died when I was in junior high school a long time ago. And she said, "Leslie, I want to tell you 3 life lessons." And actually, those life lessons that she shared with me inspired the book that I wrote. But the 3 life lessons that she gave me, she said, always have faith in God, because that's where your source and your strength, so that was critically important. She said, second, pursue education just incessantly, right? Because cars, money, fame can get stripped from you, but once you get an education, nobody can ever take that from you. And then the third thing, so I'm thinking, okay, she talked about faith or God, higher power. She talked about education. She leaned in, and she had these hazel green eyes. She said, "And stay away from nasty tail boys." And I was like, "That's good advice." But when you think about that, those life lessons are so practical. Be connected either to God or a higher power.
Yes.
Pursue education, whether it's formal or informal, professional development, and choose your relationships wisely, right? Male, female. But choosing your relationships wisely, and you are judged by the flock. or the crew that you hang with. So
That is good.
that has been the core for me, Dante, since she gave me that advice, over 30 years ago.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Are you ready for rapid fire questions?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's try.
Favorite book?
Oh, the Bible.
The Bible.
I do love the Bible.
What's your
yeah.
favorite book in the Bible?
Oh, you know what? I love Psalms because David was such a real person, and you could just see him be a man after God's own heart, but a very real person.
That is awesome.
Yes.
That's really good. Favorite movie?
Oh, Shawshank Redemption. No matter when that movie comes on TV, no matter what part it's on, I sit and I'll watch the movie till the end.
Nice.
I love that movie. And then the backup is Set It Off, because it talks about the condition and some of the things that women of color, especially black women, had to go through. So,
which character in Set It Off could you relate with most?
oh, you know what? I loved Queen Latifah.
Yes,
Yeah, strong, but also
Leader.
vulnerable. Yes.
If you could ask Oprah Winfrey one question, what would it be?
Can you be my best friend? That's the truth.
Yes, okay. And as for you, you've already answered this question a bit, but what is the greatest piece of advice that you've ever been given? Is that the three that your grandmother gave you, or is that the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Yes, but beyond that, it's an old school saying, but if first you don't succeed, keep trying, right? Because it's so easy to fall down or to fail and just say, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up my toys from the sandbox and I am done.
Listen.
But you have to, I'm telling you, Dante, it's the moments where I have failed, where I have really been kind of down in the dumps that have defined me, I think, the most, and have built that character that I think we talk about, that is so important for people to possess.
Yes! And who's your hero?
Oh, my grandmother.
Well, please let the people know where they can find you online, how they can support you. And
Sure, absolutely. So I did recently write a book entitled Life's Leadership Lessons. It is 31 lessons that any leader can relate to. So just don't think because I'm an educator that this is an educator book. If you are a business person, if you are a stay-at-home mom, if you are an aspiring leader, this book is for you, and you can find that on Amazon. You can Google it. And I do have a Facebook page entitled Life's Leadership Lessons. And this is really just my life's work. And I'm very transparent. And you really get to know who truly Leslie Claire Myers is.
Yes, Dr. Leslie Claire Myers.
Right.
Well, thank you so much. Until next time, remember that life is meant to be enjoyed and not just endured. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.